Hello everyone, this is Marcus and this is not a gameplay video. I actually wanted to show my loadout, which is the class I use to snipe, and my sensitivity settings. So let's start with the settings. Now your sensitivity will depend very much on what kind of phone you have, the size of your fingers, the size of your phone screen, and your personal preference. What I did is I have reduced my sensitivity on pretty much everything. So here you can see them. My standard sensitivity is 60, and in particular my sniper scope sensitivity is 40. I also have acceleration at 110. Now normally acceleration is considered a bad thing, but for the kind of control you have on the touchscreen, it's basically necessary because you want to be accurate when moving small distances, but if you want to turn around quickly you do need acceleration in order to do that. I also want to highlight my loadout. So this is basically what I use almost all the time. I have experimented with a few other perks, but I do personally find that these three perks are the best ones. So we have Agile. Quicker object mantling and the aiming time of weapons after sprinting is reduced by 85%. So when you stop sprinting, you aim faster. And that, I think, for running around with a sniper is the best possible perk you could use. I have seen alternatives such as lightweight, but that just increases your sprinting speed, and so if you need to stop, it doesn't really help you. Flak jacket is also considered an option, but in this game, especially on Call of Duty Mobile, explosives don't really occur that much, so I don't really view it as very useful. It's almost like a wasted perk slot. So for that reason, I like to use Agile, because what it does, as well as the other perks, is they make sure that I am as effective with the sniper as possible. Perk number 2 is very much in line with what I said before. I use Toughness, which reduces the player's flinch when being shot by 60%. So if you aim and you get shot, you are less likely to miss. I think again this is the best perk for running around with a sniper, because again you want to be accurate and you want to be fast, because if you miss a shot with a sniper, you will most likely die. So making sure your sniper shots are as accurate as possible is very important. And then I have Dead Silence. Sound on this game is actually very good. You can identify where people are around you if you use good headphones, and for that reason, as I said, I like to use Dead Silence. I have seen some alternatives such as Alert, but personally I think the footsteps are loud enough that you don't need it. Hardline is also a common perk, increases points earned by killing enemies by 25%. If you like kill streaks, you can use this, but personally I still recommend using Dead Silence. Tactical Mask, the reason for not using this is very much in line with why you don't use Flak Jacket. People don't really use equipment that much, and this is especially true for flashbangs and stun grenades, so really I think it's unimportant. Yes, maybe 1 or 2 times you get killed, but it's a wasted perk most of the time. So really, if you want to run around with the sniper, use Dead Silence. The operator skill is something that I've been fiddling around with, and I think I've tried all of the ones here, and personally I think the most effective one is either the Scythe or the Purifier. This one almost guarantees a kill on who you put it on because it keeps burning, and the Scythe I think is just the most powerful one. I haven't tried the Sparrow yet because I haven't unlocked it, but I have a feeling that it might be good, but I'm not sure. I may update this to reflect on that. I've used the Transform Shield not too long ago, and I don't think it's very good because it just creates a small wall, and that means if you want to camp, that's an option, but I don't really like to camp, so I find it to not be very useful. So for this, I'm actually going to switch to the Scythe. Now, the most important thing is, of course, the weapon itself, and I use the DL-Q33. I think of it as the intervention basically because it's very similar. It's high damage, high accuracy, and the fire rate is actually quite good. But the reload speed is actually quite slow, so that's why I like to use Fast Mag. For the longest time I've actually been using the extended mag, but I recently switched to it because I think that the reload speed increase is much better than having 2 extra bullets. Without the extended mags you already have 6 bullets, and in Call of Duty Mobile you have at most 5 enemies in team-based game modes. So really having the extended mags is not really that important. You can reload quickly enough to fire in another shot if you're careful. The next thing I have is the stock. The stock increases move speed while aiming, so if you want to move around, you want to be mobile, then the stock is very good. If there was a tactical grip for this weapon, I would probably use it, but there isn't, so this is the option I have. And lastly, FMJ. Increases material penetration. Here it says that it increases damage. You always want more damage on a sniper, you want a guaranteed kill as much as possible, and so that's what I use. The secondary weapon is what may be of interest. I actually keep the rockets, so it's either the SMRS or the FHJ-18. The FHJ-18 is guided and the SMRS is for aiming, so there's no guiding. In reality, one or the other works. I'm actually going to switch to the SMRS because I think I can aim well enough that I don't need it to be guided. On top of that, I've personally found that the FHJ-18 doesn't work on the stealth chopper. It seems to ignore it. I'm not exactly sure why, and I don't know if that's a bug or what, but that's just my personal experience. If you want, of course, you can use one of the pistols, well, the only pistol, or even a knife. But as I like to focus on using the sniper, I think I'll just use a rocket of some kind so I can take out enemy kill streaks. Now, the special ops, I don't think this makes any difference. I think it's just cosmetic. I haven't noticed any difference. Of course, you can have the backpack, but that's not really important in reality. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this quick video showing my loadout, and I hope you have a nice day. Goodbye.